We're gonna film a sketchbook tour. Oh my gosh. Hi. Hi, and welcome to yet another sketchbook tour. I feel like all I'm doing these days is filming sketchbook tours because I am finishing all of these sketchbooks like seemingly at the same time. So I'm going to do an overhead face down flip through of this and kind of talk about everything that I made in this sketchbook. I'll show you the front side with all the cute stickers, and maybe that's a good time to point out the stickers. So this is a Sophie McPike. This is a Lilu Lauren, and then these two, the Art Disco and the Super Creative, are mine. And I also have some washi tape from Sophie McPike on here. And the sketchbook is a Talens art creation. It's the A5 size, I think. It's got nice cream paper in it. I use mostly everything inside of this thing. So I'll talk about the materials and everything that I use as I do a flip through. And I will try not to be super long-winded, but I think this might be one of my favorite sketchbooks that I've ever filled. So I'm excited to reminisce with you about everything that happened in here. And I have one ready and waiting to get started. So that might be my next video. Yeah, okay. Let me get my overhead camera set up and then see you then. Okay, time for the flip through. So as we do, let's start with when I started the sketchbook. So I started it on August the 12th, 2022, and I just finished it yesterday, February 28th, 2023. So as I mentioned, I think this is one of, if not my favorite sketchbook that I have completed to date. It's a Talens art creation A5 sketchbook, and I've used just about everything in here. I always put my contact information in the start of a sketchbook, and these are some business cards that I had made up that are pretty cute. Matched my little stamp that I made, and just doodled on this front cover. Nothing on the inside first spread. It doesn't sit proper, but anyway, here we go. The first spread, I used Prismacolor Premier color pencils in my chosen color palette that if you've watched any other video that I've ever done, you'll see that I love these colors together. This I did plein air on an annual family camping weekend that I took with my family in Kincardine, Ontario. So we go to like a little campsite about a 5-minute drive from the beach in Kincardine, which is on Lake Erie. So anyway, my parents' little camper van, the farmhouse, just little scenes from around there. This I did at the beach in Kincardine. I used gouache. So I have just a minimal color palette of selection of gouache. So I use that as a background, and then I used color pencil and Neocolors on top and just scribbled. But I think it's nice. And then on August 20th, we headed out for a 9 a.m. flight to New York. We were going there for the weekend to see some friends, which was really fun. And these are just airport drawings. Ray doesn't sit still, so that's him. It's a single line drawing, which was it's really hard when somebody doesn't sit still. It's the airplane window, and then this is the view from our hotel room. So just looking out on some rooftops in New York. These ones I did plein air in New York. This one was from Union Square Park. We got a really delicious breakfast bagel sandwich and sat there and ate it with all the squirrels and birds. And then this is Hudson Square Park, which was across the street from our hotel. I did this while we were waiting for friends to pick us up to take us to Coney Island. This I did on plein air at Times Square. I love this one. I didn't say what I used here. Obviously, I used color pencil and Neocolor 2s. In this, I used my Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. So I love drawing with this, especially like the single line drawings. And you'll see that I use it a lot. So I used the brush pen for this and then color pencils for the color. And then we went to Milk Bar, which I was really excited about and had the worst ice cream of my life. So we won't talk about that. I decided to get better at drawing people. I decided to start doing a 100 people painting project. So these are my first 3. I started by using gouache, just very minimally as like color blocks. And then I went over adding the details with color pencil and a little bit of Neocolor 2s. And I just searched outfit of the day, the outfit of the day hashtag on Instagram for these ones. This one I also did on plein air. We went over to Toronto Island, and that's Simon swimming. And the air show was going on this day. So that was that was a couple leaning up against a fallen tree trunk on the beach, kind of watching it. And then this is just, I think we were waiting for the ferry to take us back across, and just did this scribble, which I used color pencil and Neocolor 2s. And I actually used a little bit of water on the Neocolor 2s, which is like a neat thing about them is that they are water soluble. So you can use them with water to make I think it feels a lot like gouache when you add water to them. More people. And these people are from photos that I took when we were in Paris. 2018, I want to say. 2016, maybe? 2016. Wow. Okay. So I just looked through my photos from that trip and using the brush pen and the chartreuse Prismacolor. Just added some highlights on there. This is a scene that's basically just out front of our window. There's this big malting silo building. And when we were out on our walk, Ray had commented about the construction people up on the top and how tiny they looked. So I snapped a picture and then I painted this when we got home. So I used gouache and then color pencils and Neocolor 2s. I think I went pretty heavy on the Neocolor 2s here, especially in the trees. More people. I think this is when I turned to Pinterest to look for references. So these ones I'm not in love with, but they certainly have some character. This page, my friend Susie and I went to the Art Gallery of Ontario, and we did these sketches downstairs in the basement. They have all of these model ships and everything, so we did a little bit of sketching there. And then after that, we grabbed coffee and went and sat in Grange Park, where I doodled this guy. And then when we got home, Ray had cut a piece of our cherry tomato plant off. He was grooming the tree, and I stuck it in a glass of water. So then I decided to fill up that empty space with a tomato plant. This might be one of my favorite spreads in the sketchbook. This is all of the delicious food, not all of the delicious food, but some of the delicious food that we ate when we were in New York. So that breakfast bagel that we had sitting in Union Square Park, the best vegan burger ever. here, I forget where we had it. Classic New York black and white cookie. And Nathan's famous hot dog, which, to be fair, I think the hot dogs at Yankee Stadium are far superior in flavor to Nathan's. Don't come at me, but it's my opinion. Yeah, I'm not going to spend time. I use the brush pen. Oh yeah, I use gouache. Sorry, I mean, sometimes it's obvious what I'm using, but here I use gouache and then color pencil on top for this one. This is my brush pen, and I did these on location, and I was trying to capture people as they were walking by, and it was very difficult. So then I decided to fill a spread with Dirty Dancing. Using the brush pen, the chartreuse color pencil, and a little bit of the pale pink blush rose for shadows and highlights. I love Dirty Dancing. It's one of my, it has to be my most watched movie. This was plein air again at the Toronto Music Garden, which actually I should point that way, is just outside of our condo. Yeah, so I tried to do a panel page, but I should have left some space there. But anyway, color pencil and Neocolor 2s. And then this is also same plein air session where I pulled out some, like I have this little kit of, let me grab it. This little tin that I have filled with some oil pastels. And so I did these scribbly ones at the park, which I love a lot better than that spread. So I've never done oil pastels plein air before, and that's one of my goals for this summer is to use this tin more. More people. I like how these ones came out. I use gouache again and color pencils. I think I went a lot lighter back to the original spread compared to the one I didn't like so much using the combo. Yeah, minimal with the paint, and then I think that works best for this style. Just a little landscape practice using gouache and color pencil and Neocolor 2s. Yeah, I found this picture. It's Ontario countryside somewhere. It was just a Google photo that I pulled up. Back to the, no, this is, I got the Sailor Fude fountain pen. I keep reaching over to my art cart, which is like sitting right there, and grabbing all of the things. I pulled out as much as I could remember I had used in the sketchbook, but there's obviously more. So this is the Sailor Fude brush pen, and it has like a bent tip on it, so you can get fine lines and thick lines. I don't love these drawings though. And then this is again using that same pen, but much more successful drawings. So maybe it was just that I needed that page to get to this page. More people again. So here I'm up to number 29 on my 100. These ones I did on a live stream actually while Ray was playing house music on our art disco streams that we do on Saturdays. And then more people. This one I used more Neocolor 2s on as well. I think the rest were just color pencils and brush pen. The little cats. Cute. This was, I think, the last time we went out for plein air. Did I do this one plein air? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did this one sitting here. This is over at Toronto Island. It's a bridge that if you've been there, you probably, hopefully recognize it. No. I did do that. I did do that on location. For sure I did. Because then I did this page using the Sailor pen. Just a little comic panel strip. And then this is me playing with watercolor in the sketchbook, which I think this is the first time that I tried it in here. It was actually pretty fun. Like, this is not watercolor paper by any means, but the way that it kind of just like sat on top without sinking in. And it was it was a fun little experiment. So yeah, don't be afraid to use watercolor in here. This was Centerville Pond, based on a photo that I took when we were over across at Toronto Island. I did this one on live stream too. A lot of the spreads are done on stream. I used gouache, and I got pretty heavy with the gouache on this one. So I start light, like really watery, and then build it up so it becomes more and more opaque. And then I added color pencil and Neocolor 2s. And I like this one. This one was a color study that I just picked one photo as reference and then did 4 different color palettes. And I used these little color palette chips, swatch chips that I made of all of my Prismacolors. So you'll see like it's a lot. And so just I shuffle them up and then pick 4 and use them, which some are more successful color palettes than others. And maybe I just didn't do this one justice. But anyway, that was from a art prompt from Sophie McPike's Patreon. It's fun. This, if you remember, I think I called it my October art chat video, where my dad took my sister and I on a tour of kind of like our little family history tour in and around St. Jacobs, Ontario. I'll link that video up in the cards here. But this was the maple syrup shack from that video. I did this one on stream too, and I think this is up there for like top paintings that I've done. I'm really happy with how this one came out. And again, I use gouache, color pencil, and Neocolor 2s, which is by far like it's my favorite combination. Again, using these color swatches, I took this group of 7 art book and just randomly picked, like flipped to a page and did a quick doodle study of the artwork from there. So yeah, thought that was fun. This is another gouache pencil Neocolor painting that I did on stream. This was the house where my grandpa's mom lived. Where my grandma's mom lived. Gross mummy in Pennsylvania Dutch. And I think this one turned out really nice too. This is another photo from that trip where I used oil pastel. Yeah, my sister was over and she was interested in trying oil pastel because she'd never used them before. And so we used that reference, and I'll show everything's within reach here. How nice. This was her painting that she did, which I love, which reminds me of like a traditional kind of 1800s, I don't know the art terms, but oil painting. So it sits on my shelf. And then that same day we did these trees, which I think they're Japanese maple trees. Yeah, it's a bunch of scribbles. Another photo reference from the family history trip. This is the cemetery where my great-grandparents are buried. Again, another successful gouache, color pencil, Neocolor 2 painting. I feel like I need a term for that. The trio, the classic trio. More people using brush pen and color pencils and a little bit of marker, actually. Some water marker. I don't love that one. Just some drawings from Pinterest photo references. So I think by this time I'm like, when I'm looking for a photo reference, if I don't have one of my own, I wasn't on Pinterest for a long time, but I've started to go there again for photo references. Like if it's just for sketchbook stuff, you know. using gouache and color pencils and a tiny little bit of Neocolor 2s. This is a Times Square. I did this one on stream, and Ray picked the photo reference for me. And this was based on a photo that he took when we went there in August, and it was wet and dark, and the photo is beautiful. And I had no idea how I was gonna capture it in my sketchbook, but I think I did it. I used the classic trio, and yeah, I think it's great. Like the scribbles on here, pretty fun. These are some houses that I took a picture of in Kensington Market, which is downtown Toronto. It's like a little eclectic neighborhood. Yeah. More people. Just brush pen. I'm really liking drawing people with the brush pen. I think those are my most successful. These ones I think we did on an art hang, and this was a 20-minute timed drawing. I used gouache and color pencil Neocolors. I don't love it. This was the second one that we did, also 20 minutes, and I think this one worked a lot better. I used more gouache. I started heavier with the gouache, like not so light, and I just kind of went for it. Not great, but these are watercolor that I did, just again based off Pinterest photo references, but I really like playing with watercolor in the sketchbook, and I think I need to do that more in my next one. But yeah, I actually took a photo. When I took a photo of this one, I have it as one of my phone screensavers. It works really nice. Another photo from the trip with my dad. This was the little red schoolhouse that I have a video of me doing a painting of this. Not this one, maybe this one. I've painted so many of these red schoolhouses I can't remember anymore. Yeah, the classic trio. This one is a drawing based on a photo that I took when we were in Tokyo in 2019 at Tsukiji Outer Market. Please, I don't know how to pronounce that. Using brush pen. No, it was the Sailor Fude pen, color pencil, and a little bit of marker. Yep, that's what that was. This was a still life that I had put together myself using. I bought myself some flowers. I think I bought myself flowers, or Ray bought. We had flowers in a little jug vase thing, and then I just pulled in some cute little trinkets and stuff that we have laying around. Did a quick little still life. This day I was really not in the mood to do anything, but I felt like I needed to do something. I create every day, so I think I just looked back. It was like early 2020 where I decided to start using traditional media to like get better at like actually drawing with pen. As opposed to drawing on my iPad, which I had been doing previously. And I've pretty much done something on paper for the last 790 something days. So when I didn't feel like drawing, that was really a strange feeling for me, and this is what came out. This is acrylic ink. So I got myself an acrylic ink set, which I don't have on the table, but see, everything's within reach. Liquitex Acrylic Ink. I just got like a 5, I think it was like their 5 primary set. And yeah, did some birds. It definitely is different using the acrylic ink compared to like gouache or watercolor, but I really have come to like it. These, again, Pinterest photo references. This is actually a lamp from Urban Outfitters that I decided to turn into a planter. And this is just a ceramic from Gale C Ceramics that I found on Pinterest. But this guy, I liked him so much that I decided to make him real. So just using like air dry clay, I made him, which I think he's so cute. Not this guy yet. Maybe I'll do him next. More people using brush pen. This page I was going to fill up with food from our trip to Mexico that we took in December, but the chili cheese nachos really didn't turn out, so I kind of gave up on it. Anyway, this is from a photo that I took when we were in Mexico. So we went for a week-long vacation to Tulum. I think I have a video. Yes, I have the travel vlog. I'll link that. But this we did on stream. I painted on stream while Ray was playing music. I like that one. This was a art hang. No, this was just me. This was just me doing a still life based on a Mally Bakes photo. This was a fun thing to do. So me and my friend Susie, we did an art hang, a solo art hang over Zoom, and we had this idea that we would just make circles on our page and then turn them into something. So I turned mine all into faces, and she turned hers into a bouquet of flowers. So yeah, just really started with the same kind of simple prompt and then turned into two completely different things. But I like these, and definite credit to Sandy Hester for how I draw my faces in this style, because her how to draw faces, which I'll try to link below, really taught me a lot about face structure. This is a purple martin bird. So on that tour that my dad took us on, he mentioned that he was in charge of cleaning out the purple martin bird houses, which upon a quick Google search are very elaborate. So this would be an example of a classic purple martin house. So, and that's a purple martin, and that's my last name. So hence, yes. This is a cute little photo based on a photo from our trip to Cuba. I forget when, but it was years ago now. And I stole this photo without realizing that you had to pay for the privilege of taking the photo of these two little Dachshunds. So sorry, but I didn't. More people. This one I added some gouache in the background on these ones, but using brush pen and then the pink and chartreuse color for highlights and shadows. More Tokyo photo references from Akihabara. I did these ones on our Art Disco stream using the classic trio of gouache and pencils and Neocolors. Yeah, I really like how these ones came out. This spread, I had prepped the pages with, this was a red background and this was a green background of, I want to say acrylic ink, yes. And the amount of love that I got on these peaches, which I just used a Pinterest photo reference. Same with this one, but this I think is probably one of my best performing posts on Instagram, if I have to say. And like people were asking, oh, are you gonna have prints of that, or can I get that on a tea towel? So I maybe feel like I have to do something with that, with the peaches. But yeah, it was really fun just to scribble and really push the shadows and highlights on them. Just using a little set of oil pastels. And the flowers are okay too. This was another page that I had used leftover acrylic paint. So it was dark gray. I tried to do, it's terrifying. I tried to do a self-portrait on it, And just recently, as I was like flipping through, I was like, oh my God, no, that can't live in my sketchbook. So I used oil pastels and just scribbled over it and tried to turn it into something resembling a field of flowers. More pages that were prepped with that leftover paint and using oil pastels. No, that's Neocolors. That's Neocolor 2s. Just did some cute little flowers and vases. More people. Brush pen and color pencil. This one is the spread that this side I did on location at the Art Gallery of Ontario. I think you've seen the video of that. If not, I'll pop it up here. And then when I came home, I pulled out my Group of 7 book and did these ones here just to complete the spread. This is our handsome boy Simon. I painted this one on Art Disco live stream. Yeah, I love it. This one's so cute. Yeah, we caught him sitting like this on the couch, and he just looks so handsome and dandy. And I'm happy I did him justice in my sketchbook. I like to think I did anyhow. This is brush pen and some color pencils that I did on the train on my way to my friend Susie's house. I don't know if it looks like anything, but I can tell what it is. That's my backpack and a box of Japanese cheesecake, and then that's the view out the window. And then this is a single line drawing of their kitchen. And then similar to the faces or the circles that we did rectangles, and then we both turned the rectangles into buildings. I went super detailed, but you can see like where the pen is. Those are the ones that Susie helped me finish because I just couldn't be bothered. So thank you, Susie. More people. I really like how I did the denim on this, like just kind of putting in the shadows. I think that was really successful. And I think, if I do say so myself, compared to like the beginning of my people challenge, I think by this point, by like halfway through, I'm really starting to get it. These are done in acrylic ink, and I wanted to try like capturing the reflection on glass and stuff. I sketched out the shapes first, and then I just started with I think I started with the darkest and then went lighter. Yeah, in color using the acrylic ink. I like it. I need to do more of that. More people. Taking that denim style from the last ones and moving it forward. Her face got a little wonky, but her jeans are good. These ones I did after an art hang party, still on stream. So I think you can watch that if you so choose. I used gouache and color pencil, Neocolors. Not a lot of Neocolors, some. Yeah, so I had people pick which photo reference that they wanted me to paint, and I ended up doing 2. So cute. More people. I think I need to refer back to these photos for when it's time to refresh my wardrobe, because I think that's what I'm doing now, is just choosing clothes that I want to wear. More people. Brush pen and the other classic trio by now. Brush pen and color pencil, Neocolor 2s. This is a oyster bar in Whitstable. I forget what there's like I didn't put like the name of it, but I was looking after. So one of the art hang parties that we did houses, and so I was in the mood for some houses, and I saw this one and I thought it was really cute. So then I looked for another photo reference, the same location in Whitstable. And yeah, I thought that was cute. So I think this makes a cute, nice little spread. I used acrylic ink for this and color pencil and Neocolor 2s. It's a little bit different. It works nicely. I thought by this time on my people challenge that I should probably try drawing some more guys, some more males. So I started collecting references on Pinterest, adding some guys to my board. Yeah, and here they are. I'm sticking with the brush pen for sure for drawing people. I haven't gone back to using gouache for them. This is my cat Knit. One of the two. I did this one just recently. Well, everything is becoming recent now. We're getting close to the end on a Twitch live stream with Ray, and yeah, it came. I used acrylic ink and color pencil, and a little bit of Neocolor. Yeah, I think this is up there for tops. She's so cute. I have this on my desk. This Kaweco Sport fountain pen that I recently acquired. It has some blue ink in it right now. I need to get a converter so I can use some waterproof ink so that I can use it as part of my art kit. But yeah, it has a pearlescent shine to it. And it's just pretty. It's really pretty. This is me using that pen to draw more guys, more dudes. He looks a lot angrier than he actually is. But I like how I captured his sweater. I think that was nice. They look a little short, so I think I need to work on elongating. But anyway, and then I didn't feel like drawing another person because that would take too long. So popped a dog here. This I did based on a photo that I took on one of our lunch walks down at HTO Park, just down along the waterfront here from where we are. And I used acrylic ink and color pencil and Neocolor. Not a lot of Neocolor, but it was snowy, so I don't think I've ever painted snow before, and it was kind of fun. I thought it would be fun to try to capture like all the footprints and shadows and stuff, and I think I did a decent job here. The Waterfront BIA actually asked if they could share this, so I haven't seen it shared to their feed yet, but hopefully. This is one of the photo references from that art hang party where we drew houses, and so I went back to that and did this. So I used gouache and pencils and Neocolor 2s. And then I wanted to find something for this side, but not another house that would match. And so I looked up some Scotland coastal photos and saw this one here and quickly added that in. I think this one probably took me like just 10 minutes. It's like super quick. But I like it. And then this one I just did on a live stream this past weekend. I did this one on the 28th. That was yesterday. What's going on with my head? Yesterday I did this one on a live stream. I used watercolor, which I don't think was the right choice, and color pencil. And I wasn't happy with it, but we still had an hour left on our stream. So then I decided to pull up a reference photo from when we were in New York. A lot of these, so these three DJs were in the stream chatting while Ray was playing, and then this Ray wasn't there. But yeah, it was kind of fun having them see this sketch come to life. Like as soon as I kind of started, I think when I started on this kid here, they started to like catch on to what I was drawing. But yeah, it was fun. And then that brings us to, I did this one yesterday too. That's a friend that was also here, but not in the picture. So I added her in there. And yeah, that's the end of my sketchbook tour. I always like to go back and like kind of pick a favorite. What did we say? This is definitely a favorite spread. Let's Simon is definitely, oh, that's knit. Knit is definitely a favorite spread. And Simon is definitely a favorite spread. I think we got to give it to the boy here, no? Or knit. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? Between those two, I think. But I think, okay. I think Simon wins it. I'm just going to pause it here so I can take a screenshot. Anyway, yeah, let me know if you have a favorite. Let me know if you've ever used the Talens Art Creation Sketchbook. I'm sure many of you have. I love it. I love it. I have another one ready to go. It just needs stickers. That's all. Yeah. Okay. I think that's the end of it. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know what your favorite medium is to use in these sketchbooks, or to use in any sketchbook. And yeah, I will see you around. That's so awkward. Why do I never know how to close out a video? Okay, bye. Hello. No. Nope. Okay, let's